What's up, everybody? Welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye. I'm here with an exclusive, no bullshit supplement review of USN's 3XT Power Pre-Workout. 3XT's Power Pre-Workout once upon a time was called 3XT Pump, I believe, but now it's referred to as Power because that is a better descriptor for this pre-workout. That today we're going to dive into this on 5 different categories. First, we're going to talk about the ingredient profile. Second, we're going to talk about effectiveness. Third, we're going to talk about flavors. Fourth, mixability, as well. I'll show you a mixability video here on camera. And then finally, we're going to talk about value of this pre-workout. So, USN, a brand born in South Africa, trickling in the United States, getting more brand presence here, and rightfully so. They make solid products at good, affordable prices. This one is one of those as well, which we're going to talk to you about right now. So, as we dive into the ingredient profile on this, one thing I want to caution people on when they look at 3XT is you have to look a little bit deeper than the label. And why do I say that? Well, if you look at just the label and what's promoted in terms of the supplement facts panel, some of these ingredients look like they're going to be underdosed. For example, citrulline malate is dosed at 4 grams. We don't know if this is a 2:1 citrulline malate ratio or a 1:1 citrulline malate ratio. Regardless, that dosage of citrulline would not be optimal where we want it. So, my recommendation, my suggestion here at FI is to use a scoop and a half for your active serving. What does that do for your wallet? We'll talk about that in the value section, but that essentially takes this from a 30 serve to a 20 serve pre-workout, which is more appropriate in today's market here in the United States. This product is actually sold across the world where it's standard to have a 30 serving. So it might be a little confusing for us here in the States, but that's what my job is here to talk about. So I'm going to talk to you guys about this product more on a scoop and a half serving size, which would be 20 servings. So with that said, on paper, it's 4 grams of citrulline malate. At a scoop and a half, you're gonna get 6 grams of citrulline malate, which would yield 3 grams at least of citrulline, which helps promote nitric oxide flow and blood flow in the body, which helps give overall pumps. The second ingredient here is beta-alanine. Now on paper, it's at 2 grams. If you do the scoop and a half like I mentioned, you will be at 3 grams, which would be optimal, right around the optimal level. 3.2 is typically what we want to see thanks to Carneson's study on beta-alanine, but beta-alanine helps with muscular endurance. You want a minimum of 3 grams of that per day. Nitrosogene is dosed at 500 milligrams here on the label. Scoop and a half brings you to the minimum efficacious dose of nitrosogene at 750 milligrams. Nitrosogene has been shown to promote your body's natural nitric oxide levels to induce really good pumps. Now, in combination with citrulline malate, that's going to give you a pretty decent pump ratio and pump concoction in this product, hence why it used to be called 3XT Pump. Tyrosine dosed at 500 milligrams. Tyrosine is an ingredient that is meant to boost cognition. At a scoop and a half, we'd be at 750 milligrams. Caffeine anhydrous. There's 2 forms of caffeine. There's caffeine anhydrous and there's infinity or dicaffeine malate, which is the trademark version of that. So caffeine anhydrous, you get 250 milligrams. Now, if you do a scoop and a half, you're going to be getting 375 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. That's pretty high, although there are pre-workouts out there already at 400 milligrams of caffeine, which a lot of people love. So at my suggested serving size, you're going to get 375 of caffeine anhydrous, and you're also going to get 75 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. Now, one thing to remember about dicaffeine malate, it's not 100% caffeine, it's about 74% caffeine. So if you look at that and in combination with the caffeine anhydrous, you're gonna be getting just over 400 milligrams of caffeine per serving, but they're different timing mechanisms, meaning caffeine anhydrous hits you right away, and the dicaffeine malate is going to hit you later in your pre-workout. It's also going to bring you down from your stim high so you don't hit a wall and have an epic crash. So I don't mind going that high if I have multiple forms of caffeine. Another ingredient here is theanine at 100 milligrams. Theanine at the scoop and a half would be 150 milligrams. Now that's a little bit higher, but what's nice is with the higher caffeine content, you're gonna get theanine, which is more of a calming mechanism. So it should counteract that stim high a little bit more, so that way that caffeine can be used more for focus, for power, etc. And then the last ingredient here is estrogen, which helps with ingredient absorption. So as you can see, the optimal dosage, in my opinion, would be a scoop and a half, which turns this into a 20 serving. At that point, you have a pretty good profile on a pre-workout. The only thing that's lacking really is gonna be that more cognation. Nothing, there's only tyrosine in this. There's not huperzine, there's not alpha GPC, there's not neurofactor, there's not cognizin. There's really just tyrosine in combination with caffeine, although nitrosogene has been shown to increase cognition as well. So that would be my feedback on the ingredient profile, is we're missing a little bit on the focus part. Pump is fine, energy is fine, strength and endurance could use a little bit more too because you just have beta-alanine. But it's a good pre-workout, and it brings me to the effectiveness section of this pre-workout. You're gonna get really good energy and you're gonna get good pumps. Those are the 2 that you're gonna get from this product, which I really like. Could focus be improved? Absolutely. Could strength be improved? Absolutely. You kind of rely on the caffeine or the energy component of this pre-workout to help push you through the workout and push you through the weights. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it's going to be reflective in price and what you're going to pay per serving on this. But in terms of effectiveness, if you're looking for something that's going to get you alert, get you ready to go in the gym, and produce a pump, 3XT Power is going to do that. It could use some help, and I mentioned this in the profile section. It could use more of a bump in cognition and a bump in endurance and strength output. In terms of taste, we got to try 2 different ones of these. The one here is Sour Candy Craze. This is the one that I preferred. The other one was Tropical Vibes. So Sour Candy Craze to me is like sour Skittles in a liquid form. Tropical Vibes is more like a Hawaiian Punch. It's kind of just another punch, but maybe a little bit better. I personally am not a huge fan of punch, but I know that it's one of the #1 selling flavors of pre-workout because it's a safe flavor. So if you're looking for a safe flavor and you enjoy punch, you're gonna like Tropical Vibes. If you want something that's a little bit more tart and that's something that's sour and something that's gonna smack you in the mouth a little bit in a good way, Sour Candy Craze would be that flavor for you. In terms of mixability, you're gonna see here on camera us mixing this. Now we're gonna mix the 1.5 scoops. That's my recommended serving size again, in 8 ounces of water. This here wants us to mix 1 scoop in 6 ounces of water, so I went to 8 ounces of water, increased the water just a little bit as I increased the serving size. As you can see, there is coloration from the actual flavor of the product, but it mixes extremely well. There's barely any particles, there's not residue, there's not much sitting at the bottom of the clear glass after pouring it out. So if you're looking for a pre-workout that mixes extremely well and tastes good, 3XT Power would be a solid choice for that. Final part of this review is value, and this is really where I need you guys and girls to pay attention. I took you from a 30 serving pre-workout to a 20 serving pre-workout. So that typically would be a harder hit on your wallet, correct? This retails for $34.99, so let's just say for argument's sake, $35 at USN's website. At the 30 serving, you're paying just over $1 per serving. That's a great value for a pre-workout. $35 for a 30 serving is great. Although again, realistically, this is a 20 serving pre-workout in my opinion, which at that point, now you're still paying less than $2 a serving for a 20 serving pre-workout that works. Other 20 serves on the market, albeit they're bigger dosages and have more ingredients, they retail from anywhere from $40 to $55. So you're still getting a price break. It's still affordable on the wallet at a 20 serving, which is going to give you efficacious dosing of the ingredients used in this product. But if you use promo code INFORMANT, it's going to knock $7 off of this. So you're going to be able to get this for $28 for 20 servings, which brings you down to, I think it's like $1.40 a serving. And I have to do math again, but I think that's pretty right. Which is great. It might even be less than that. It might be like just over $1. Anyway. Long story short, great value to 20 serving with the coupon code INFORMANT. Will knock off $20, making this knock off $7, making this a $28 pre-workout. Less than $30 for 20 servings over at the USN website. You can purchase this pre-workout by clicking on the link below and using the coupon code INFORMANT. If you want more of a deeper dive into the ingredient profile and the effectiveness, click the link in the description below. That'll take you to fitnessinformant.com to our written review. Make sure you subscribe to all our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button below to stay up to date with all new product reviews right here at Fitness Informant. Subscribe to our podcast. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and right here at YouTube. And for more product reviews, rankings, news, deals, workout routines, and nutrition plans, visit us on our official website. We're online at fitnessinformant.com.